This is my ZT34, as you can see. I've had this mower about 5 or 6 years. And the other day I went to start it, and all it was doing was you turn the key, and then it just goes click. Turn the key, click. It wasn't like trying to start like a car, you know how to go. It was just doing click, click. Okay, so my first thought was it was the battery. Took the battery. It was under warranty. I got a replacement. This was after trying to jump it. It would not jump. So I took the battery in, got a replacement. Still, you turn it on, it goes click, click. And then I found another issue, and that is this. There is this fuse right here. This is the only fuse I believe in this mower. And the fuse was blown. I didn't have any extra fuses on me, so I just stuck a piece of wire in here. Then it still click, click every time I turn the key. So I started looking at other options. By accident, I ordered 2 of these. This is the starter, and I went ahead and swapped this out just to be safe. I noticed the other one had expanded and the top was like cracked. So I figured maybe that was it. I just went ahead and replaced it. Same thing. As soon as I turned the key, click, click, nothing was happening. And then my dad was telling me to check the starter solenoid. Now, when I say this was the hardest thing to find on this mower, it's not anywhere in here, easily accessible. Let me show you where this thing is. It is right here inside of this frame, okay? You cannot reach it from the back side over here. This is just a solid frame. There is one hole in it down here to let these wires through. But what he was saying was I should try tapping them together with a screwdriver, but I had no way to reach it. Now, let me show you what I had to do to get this out, okay? I had to take the side panel off, as you can see right here. I had to take out the gas can, the gas tank. There's the gas tank right there. And when you take this gas tank out, you really have to pull on it as hard as you can, because it is wedged in there so hard. This bracket has to come off. This is in between the battery and it's holding the fuel tank on. And then this is your battery area over here. Obviously that has to come out for you to be able to maneuver the gas tank, because the bottom, or the fill spout area, goes up and under here. And just let me show you the size difference. Here's the fuel tank, and when you set it on here, you can see it's not going to clear that area. And then the same with over here on this bar. So yeah, what I did to check this was I had the battery connected. I took 2 screwdrivers and I touched one to each side of this these wires right here. These are the 2 positive wires. This is the positive that goes to the battery. This is the positive that goes to your starter. Once I touched those 2 together, I could hear it starting to crank over as instead of just a click. And that's when I knew this thing was bad. I bought the generic one. This one was only $21. I'll leave a link in the description if you need to get one. I picked it up at a local lawn mower shop, but you really need to be sure that you get the right one. Now they could be universal. I believe other places sell these. Here's the old bad one. This plug right here was really hard to get out, so I used a pair of needle nose pliers and just yanked on as hard as I could. Yeah, so $21 for the generic one. I believe the OEM one was like $42. This thing lasted like 5 years. I never had to replace this. I've replaced the starter twice. So yeah, now I'm gonna start, putting everything back together. Another issue with this mower is what I'm dealing with right now, is this arm bracket. They call this thing a weldment. This thing is broke 4 or 5 times, I believe, maybe even 6. And you can see right here where it's cracked and the weld is busted. So now when you move the arm back and forth, it's just, you know, hanging like the arm is broken. So yeah, that's another thing I gotta get fixed before I can start using this again. My other mower, my Compact Pro 34, is in the shop. The wheel fork fell off, so I gotta wait a week on a part. So I was trying to get this thing running. Yeah, it's just been a complete nightmare. Once that's back together, another problem probably is because I'm storing this when I'm not using it. I use this mower strictly for a backup, but I haven't had that many issues with my Compact Pro 34. But this is a great mower. I've used it for like 5 years. But if this helps you, please leave a like and comment, because this thing was a nightmare to get out and find. And I don't know why they could not have, you know, made this more accessible. And I would say you could possibly go up underneath here to check it with the screwdrivers, but then you have to worry about, like, I mean, there's all kinds of belts and fans in here. So if it tries to turn over, I don't know which one of these belts are going to turn, and you could end up messing yourself up. But yeah, probably took me a good hour to take all of this stuff out. And like I said, that gas tank, you really have to struggle to get that out. And another thing that I had to take off, besides all of this, was, like I said, that side cover. And then you have to take the 4 nuts and bolts out of here to be able to release this. That way you can get the gas can out, because you're gonna need some movement in here, or it's not gonna come out. Yeah, I did replace my deck a couple, I think it was like a year or 2 ago. The deck, I hit something in my backyard, and the bottom where it separates the blades, that little shield fell out. And then once that happened, the deck started cracking and getting like rust all through it, until like there was holes in the side right here, and just flumes of dust were coming up at me. I mean, it still worked. It was just an annoyance. Another thing I don't like about this mower specifically is how high this deck goes up and down. I wish they would have made it a lot higher. I did, in my last deck, I put some holes in the deck to raise it up a little bit. And here's the hooks that it hangs on. I'm just using these really strong zip ties instead, because I can pull the deck up and down higher with that. Because you get to some of these residential yards and the grass is like super thick, so you need to cut it higher. Because this is I believe this is like a 4.5. It's not the same 4.5 on my Compact Pro. You can definitely tell there's like an inch difference. Probably need to change the oil on this thing soon. Get another fuse for this. This works for now, but I guess there's a danger related to it, because if, you know, something fails, you want it to blow the fuse out before it, you know, fucks up your wiring harness. Yeah, another thing, I should have done this already. I got a belt that's fraying. It's about to come apart. As you can see, the ribbon right here. And I believe that's because I have the deck a little higher. I think it's stretching the belt out a little bit more, but it doesn't affect the functionality. But if I do hit like a serious bump, that will pop off. I'm pretty good at putting it back on. It only takes me about, you know, like 10-15 minutes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my Compact Pro 34. Again, if you need that either the starter or that starting solenoid. I'll leave a link to them on Amazon if you're looking to purchase one. Appreciate you checking out the video. If this video helped you, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.